Green Lanterns number 37. Tim Seeley writing, Carlo Barberi on art. And this is them getting a call from Elizabeth Vogt, of course, the alien hottie that that Simon's been having the feelings for since we had that first story from Seeley. And they're there because of the murder, and they're there because they've got a bit of a crisis. Some Hungarian teenagers, have snuck into the Molite's lair, and everyone thinks they've been kidnapped. When we actually get in there, though, we find out that the teenagers broke in to cause chaos. They ended up killing or stepping on like some of the eggs of the Molites.
Like an entire generation.
And apparently in the Molite race, the culture, it makes the mothers go into like a fit of rage. So they actually, because Simon and Jess get attacked at one point when they sneak into the sewers, and like you get all these angry Molites attacking them. So we've got all this time, but we know it was actually someone who planted the evidence. We know it's someone else, and we get a bit more of that towards the end when we get the big reveal, which of course is that Elizabeth Vogt and Simon do hook up, and it's a very nice scene actually. I thought you can tell as soon as she walks in the robe. Okay, I know where this is going. But it all works quite well, as does Jesse's thing, as well as like they're training with the commander at one point, and like, hey, I need some more sparring partners, and they suit up, and Jess puts on like gladiator like armor and stuff like that. So
but cool. Simon looks like an Arabian.
He does,
raider.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fun. I've noticed in the last couple months we've actually seen Simon be more into his Islamic culture.
Yeah,
because we saw Priest. He was doing his prayers, and then here we see him right before. What's her name comes in? You just said it.
Vogt. Yeah, Vogt. Elizabeth Vogt. Yeah.
Before Elizabeth comes in, he's doing his prayers too. So, it's pretty cool. They're doing that.
Yeah. No, it's cool. But then she reveals that the Red Tide, which is basically this nationalist group who are against immigrants and they want just pure Ungarans. They planted the evidence, and she knows this because she's a member. Now, I feel like she's probably turned over a new leaf, and she's like sort of coming over, but
this kind of fell flat for me. This reveal, because on one hand, okay, if she is actually part of them, I don't buy that she tells him after just this amount of a relationship. There's not enough there for me to buy it. If she's not, it's a really misleading sentence just for the sake of a cliffhanger, and I don't really like it.
It says, "I am Red Tide."
Yeah, as if she's implying like she's the leader almost as well, perhaps.
I don't know if I'd say it implies that, but to tackle that first point you made about them not being together enough, I would argue that maybe it's not about that she feels comfortable enough to tell him now because of their relationship. I think it's that she wants to tell someone, and he's just the best person to do it with.
Maybe it'll go into that and. That'll be better, but right now I just kind of don't buy it.
Honestly, I never really felt anything one way or the other about this. It never bothered me.
I kind of groaned. It was very tropey, isn't it? I'm like, ugh, okay. This.
Not just that. It's Seeley's writing like this is almost ripped from the headlines with some of the stuff that's going on, and the fact like they're calling the Green Lanterns Universalists. Like there's some.
Yeah.
There's some comparison to the word globalist and whatnot, and with the Molites and Angara and all this other type of stuff. So I get that. It's weird when you do it with alien cultures and try to fit that in, because her whole thing, right, was she was like this pop star that was preaching peace, but then you find out that she's part of this violent nationalist movement, and it's weird. Like it kind of comes out of left field.
Doesn't bother me.
It just doesn't line up for me at the minute. And I'm not
I don't know. I feel like right now all it is one line, and I'm sure they'll explore this more, and we'll see, the context of it as it goes on. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed this quite a bit. There was almost nothing I have to complain about.
Yeah, just one colouring issue that I had is when they're down in the sewers tunnels. They got the green lights on, but it makes them look red. Like they just look red, like the others, and it just the colouring looked really weird to me.
There is some stuff down there that's quite nice. There's some good silhouette stuff when they're down the tunnels sneaking about.
There is. It's only a couple of panels here or there where they look red, and then it's.
Yeah, I took it they were masquerading as Angarans. Like that was maybe something the Rings can do. Suddenly, that's how I just read it. I didn't even think it was a colouring issue.
Okay.
I don't know if I did like that they had like Green Lantern suits like to look like workmen's outfits. I thought that was a pretty nice.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm questioning, because I think you might be right, because they kind of mention, well, we were in disguise, And I assume that was just the uniforms, but because again, like, why would the ring turn them red? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for that. I mean, I never.
Yeah, I just took that out there. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then it's gone by the time they take on their.
No, that's it. Because he says, "Oh, drop the disguise," and then they go back to. So you actually might be right, but even if you are, that's still weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. Because we haven't seen that at all before.
Yeah.
In Green Lantern books, like it could have come in handy in numerous adventures, but yeah, weird.
Honestly, look at it.
Because I've just gone back and looked, and you can see it before they go inside the tunnel as well.
Let's hit it, Seeley. Let's get Seeley. Hit him up on the Twitter, and we'll ask him.
I don't know. I feel like I've harassed him enough on Twitter about mistakes.
All right.
Honestly, I feel like it's just the coloring's maybe just a touch too strong. I think that's
this is it. No, I think Matt might be onto it because they're on it. They're red outside as well, and then it's as soon as they said, "Oh, they think we're Ungarans, drop the disguise," that they're back to normal.
Hold on. I'm trying to see the change. There's a clear change actually. When you look at Simon at the bottom of that page,
yeah,
compared to the panels before it, it's a completely different shade.
So Ring can make them change their skin tone now. This is a thing now, apparently.
Yes.
I don't know. I think maybe. I would say no. It feels weird. I feel like that's just a colour mistake, and that's easier.
It feels weird and wrong, but
the colour mistake.
We're gonna have to ask Seeley. I'm sorry, Seeley. I know we bother you a lot, but
don't. He's going to blacklist his Connor. Stop it.
We'll invite him on the show, and he can defend himself.
I would like this show a lot, though. I like the whole murder mystery element of it. I like them working together. I liked Jessica's whole thing about asking, like, "Oh, how do you do this?" And I always want to ask Batman and Superman this, but I never want Flash to think I'm lame. So I'll ask you since no one else is around. It's just the idea of like, because you worry about the little things, and if you're a leader, if you're someone who's making these calls, you can only think of the big picture. You can't think of the little things, otherwise you'll just go mad.
Yeah, and I like that applies to the Podfather as well, where he's given himself up because he's thinking of the bigger picture, whereas he knows he didn't really do it, but it plays into it nicely. Thematically, the two leaders are actually very similar.
And I like this was all set up and it was sort of bubbling underneath the other plot for a while, and then we've came back to it. I really like that. I like how Seeley's kind of setting up the run, bouncing around things.
I think Angara needs a little bit of Sinestro just to whip him into shape. Just stop.
Oh sure, Matt. Get the dictator.
Needs.
Yeah. Oh, that could definitely blow up, and he could just end up ruling Angara because they really like what he's doing.